It will shut okay and then roll up a little bit. So when you pull the door handle, it should drop down.
But it's not dropping enough.
Right.
The whole door is catching.
But after about 2 complete cycles, it started crackling just ever so slightly. And that's when I messaged you and you're like, I think it's a regulator.
That's a lot. Yeah, it sounds like little bits of sand or gravel in there.
And that's all.
That's all she's got, huh?
Yep.
Hey, and welcome to another episode of Motors and Meats. In today's episode, we're back working on a 996, and it's the window regulator. It's making crunchy noises, and it's not opening and closing all the way like it's supposed to whenever you pull the door handle. So it's starting to catch right at the top. And it's Bradley's car. Bradley,
Once again,
local legend. There's definitely some other resources, YouTube videos out there, and I encourage you to watch as many different ones on these how-tos as possible to get different perspectives. And I'll put a link below to the ones that I liked in particular. Bradley's car is a 2000 model, base Carrera. I believe it's got the full leather, if I remember right? It's a manual, and he has no mufflers on this thing. He's muffler deletes. And for a video about comparing muffler deletes versus the FabSpeed Super Cup exhaust that I had on my old 996, click right here. All right, so diving right in, the first thing we have to do is remove this inside door panel. So we'll get some tools and get at it. Bradley's window not only is making crunchy noises and not only doesn't drop down enough to close or open the door to clear the seal, it also was failing completely to the point that it wasn't going to go back up again. So what we did was got lucky, honestly. The last bolt hole, once I took everything else loose on the regulator, the last bolt that holds on the clamp at the bottom of the window to the regulator just happened to ever so slightly be off from being lined up with this tiny hole right here, that hole. And once we had all these other nuts taken off of here and everything was completely loose inside there, we were able to force it just enough to get it to line up. And my 27 Torx, it just only slid in just, I mean, absolutely perfectly right there, but it couldn't handle any misalignment whatsoever. So yeah, like I said, we got lucky. Hopefully that showed what you needed to see. Hopefully it gave you another perspective. Again, be sure and check out some of the other videos that give a little bit more step-by-step instruction. We're just kind of getting a job done and hanging out today, so we're having some fun playing with a 996. Let's see if we can get this thing put back together. So down at the bottom you can see which ones are the feet. Those you can drop down into the slots there. And then we've got some adjustment that we can do with it, that, you know, back and forth. I'll try to land it back where it was. And then once it's, you know, just generally in place, we'll figure out about getting the glass back in and all of that stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and loosen these guys up first though, because it looks like they are clamped all the way down. And you don't wanna, definitely don't wanna over loosen. It wouldn't be the end of the world, I guess, but it'll be easier if you don't actually take this screw all the way out. You can see how that opens up to receive the glass there. But it goes this way here with those screw heads right there facing you, and these feet pieces down here to the bottom. And then you just have to kind of contort it through this opening to get it into here. I did this on my 996, but that was before I was really making YouTube videos. I did set up my camera and I did try to make a YouTube video of it, but I maybe had only done 1 or 2 videos at the time whenever it happened on my car, and it was so miserable that I didn't bother finishing it. I threw away all that footage. Okay, so setting the feet in place with those little pegs, I think it's going to be essential to do that first. Yep, there we go. I think I need to focus on this one first because it's the one that's wanting to be a butthole. Aha, there we go, there we go, there we go. Where's the screw? Come on. Oh, not even. There we go, there we go. That was stupid. Ta-da! Okay, now we got that in place. right, so that is done, and just a couple things to note during the process there. You're going to need to reconnect and disconnect the battery a few times to be able to get the window controls to work. But you definitely don't want to have the battery connected when you're hooking up and disconnecting the airbag. I don't know for sure that it would blow up in my face, but I had it in my hands right here, about to go, and I was like, wait a minute. Double-sided sticky tape really came in handy. When you peel the sound dampening off, the adhesion is going to be gone from whatever's on there. So this stuff really came in handy, putting that back together. Let's give it a run and see how it works. Well, with the battery reset, you probably need to relearn the limits. But yeah, doing the door closing, it all does like it's supposed to do now. Drops just like it should. Yep. Good stuff. All right, now the part everybody's been waiting for, the muffler delete. We need an example. Give us a good crank up here. That thing is scary.
It's fun.
If you haven't subscribed already, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit that button. I'm always posting new videos about Porsches, 911s usually. The 997.2 is my car. Bradley's 996. We've got the third video now on that car. Plus I've got about 30 videos on my old 996 that you can go watch. Off-roading Cayennes, there's lots of video content on that as well. And I appreciate you guys watching, sticking around to the end, and we'll see you on the next one.